Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Ajwritescrypto, and welcome to my daily show, Trade Crypto Today. The idea of this show is to give you one chart, one idea, one alarm, something to get you on the charts, to get those wheels spinning so you can start making money trading crypto today. So the story of this channel in the past week of this channel, thank you to all the new subscribers, everyone joining on. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. But the story has been, since we've started this channel, has been the battle of the dexes. Andrew Tate in our interview said he really liked hype. And then ASTER from BNB comes onto the scene and starts making waves. And now another DEX has entered into the arena to battle for the market share that hype and ASTER are fighting over. And that one is called MYX. We talked about one in the Telegram group a little about 5 or 6 days ago. That setup did really well, but this one is not done. This chart is smoking hot. And before we jump into it, I did 3 more complete altcoin breakdowns on my main channel, AJ Writes Crypto, on, I believe it was Aptos, Pump, and Ondo. If you want the complete TA breakdowns for those 3 coins, click the link down below. That video is up and running on AJ Writes Crypto right now. This video here is my secret alpha trade, the coin I'm really going to trade. This is the video. So let's get into MYX. First of all, go to CoinMarketCap here. Just click search. You'll see right here at the top, trending, MYX at the very top of trending. Not bad. It's already 40th by market cap. Blew straight by the top 70, top 60. It's in the top 50. It's now top 40 by market cap. I mean, this thing has come out of the clear blue sky, and it is actually pretty ridiculous how quickly these dexes are making moves. Okay, so let's look at the chart. So right here, you can see the dinosaur for this chart started back in June, and it did kind of nothing for a while. It did basically nothing at all, and that's totally fine. But then it had the wake up, and the wake up started around the 6th of September. In no time at all, it put in basically its all-time high. It pumped over 1,300% in 3 days. OMG, all the way to the all-time high of $18.55. Since then, this level has been hit once, been twice, and slightly lower high right here. So once we started paying attention to this, we drew this very sharp downtrend here, okay? Because anytime you see a really sharp downtrend like this one right here, for instance, oh, that's going to break, and it's very likely going to go back to the top, which it did. And then we saw this downtrend here, and that downtrend once again has broken. And we even had levels for short levels for 986. Those shorts levels from that alarm worked out for 13.5% trades multiple times. The long alarm itself was 1137, first target 1239. If you went long from 1137 to the tippy top, you made 37% in less than 24 hours. That's why we do this. That's why people subscribe to my Telegram group. If you want to sign up, send an email to ajalphagroup@gmail.com. They had this alarm before it went off. That's the magic of trading with AJ Writes Crypto and Trade Crypto Today. All right, but now what, right? All right, so you called a couple alarms, you nailed a couple trades, you made a bunch of money, but now what? That's always the question. Well, first of all, I really like how this bottom kind of rounded out here. We got the bull cross here on the 2-hour. We kind of have to use smaller time frames to dissect this chart because there's not much price history here basically at all, right? So we have to take that into consideration. And it is kind of at the top of this momentum wave here on the 2-hour. But what has happened if you go further in to investigate, say, on the 23-minute chart? First of all, we have to alarm the high here because it did come up and slow down. And of course, it did that at a previous support resistance level right here. This level was rejected here, was fought for here, was fought for here, perfectly wicked up to it again right here. And this level is at $15.53. So let's go ahead and add that alarm before we do anything else. And that alarm will serve as our bullish alarm. If that alarm goes off, we are targeting the all-time high of 1855. Let me pull 1855 down. We will be targeting that high if 1553 goes off. That alarm goes off, we're going long, and that's almost a 20% gain to the previous all-time high. Not bad at all. But now let's zoom into, say, a 23-minute chart. I like using a 23-minute chart to front run the EMA strategies for people who look at the 30-minute. It's kind of a weird thing I do. So 1553 is our long alarm. And since this thing kind of came up the hill, from this bottom here, pumped 73%, a little over 24 hours, not bad. But since then, it's kind of stalled out. And that's okay, because now we have something to define. We have a range we can define, because since it got above this level, let me pull 1239 down here. This alarm right here is, let's just call it $14 exactly. All right, $14. And that will serve as our short alarm, because it has been in this range now. Once it got above this alarm, all right, it has been inside of this about 10% range for the past 12 hours. And what I like about the 14 alarm is that by the time the 50 EMA, kind of comes across here, it's very likely that if this 14 alarm goes off, that the price will be just at or barely closing below the 50 EMA on this 23-minute time frame. If you want a better EMA strategy, look at the 12-minute time frame, because on the 12-minute, if the $14 alarm goes off, we will definitely be under the 50 EMA, and then you can target the 200 EMA, which aligns with, of course, our target, our first short target at $12.39. So this is what I like to call a conditional range. I don't care how long this thing goes back and forth between $15.53 and $14. All I know is that if the $15.53 alarm goes off, we're going long. If the $14 alarm goes off, we're going short, and we have our targets on each side, where 1239 is target 1, 1137 is target 2, and 896 is target 3. If we go long, the all-time high target of 1855 is our main target, and if that goes off, we are in price discovery to the moon mode. So that is my breakdown for MYX. This has been the battle of the dexes. We saw the run up with hype. We saw it with ASTER, and now it's happening again with MYX. I am prepared to go long or short on these on any time, but it looks like if the trend continues, we might be going long here on MYX. So make sure you set those alarms. If you aren't setting alarms, you're guessing. And if you're guessing, you're losing. If you're setting alarms, you're reacting. And if you're reacting, you're winning. That's what we do here. Have a safe rest of your day. Check out the other, I did 3 more setups. Like I said, that video is linked below. If you want all my week 4 NFL picks from No Sweat Bets, that video is linked below. And have a safe rest of your day. Get rich or get wrecked. And don't forget to trade crypto today. Smash the likes. Peace out.